Bruce Grove School in North London is always open and welcoming to parents. Head teacher Geraldine Waterman and her staff are particularly active in involving parents in the life of the school. Whether by mass exercises at a parents' evening or by welcoming them into the school at the start of the day.
Fundamentally, we believe at Bruce Grove Primary that the education process is a partnership between home and school. And if the partnership is good, things run smoothly and children perform better at school. So that's the first thing. So we are prepared to invest the time in getting parents involved. So yes, we do allow the parents in the morning. So not all of the parents come in. We also set a lot of our workshops and activities at 9:10, so we've got them in already, so we hold on to them.
In fact, there's a full programme of activities and events for parents at the school every morning throughout the week.
Some of the ways you get parents involved are not perhaps the ways initially that you would have thought of directly about academic matters, because some parents are very reticent about crossing the threshold of the school.
Guys, I don't want this. At home, your own privacy, your business. In here, all I want is the elbows working. That's it. And time! Bedroom, take it up and stay there.
This is Kamala. She looks after the children, and the children play while we work.
One of the issues that was raised by members of the Parent Council was that many of the Somali parents wanted an English as an additional language class.
What I'd like you to try and do is do it in the way the children will do it in their lessons. So they will point their
We
fingers.
decided to release one of our teachers to do the English as an additional language class because she's a strong literacy teacher.
Okay, so they say shh, oh. Shh. Wish. I wish I could win the lottery. Rush. Rush. I'm in a hurry. I'm in a rush. So can you read these words for me?
Sure.
Shut. Good.
Sheep, fish, dish, wish, rush, rush.
Very good. Very good. Let's see if you can write them. Good. Generally speaking, the parents need help with their writing. Some of the parents are quite adept at making themselves understood, but when they write something, the grammar is poor, the vocabulary is not always very extensive, and presentation is not good. And a lot of the parents want to go on to get jobs, to write application forms. When their children are older, they want to get back into the job market. So I combine handwriting, phonics, word building, reading, comprehension, and some speaking and listening. All right, these are the sounds. The children say the sounds, so we will do the same. Okay?
The parents particularly liked it because they recognised a lot of the things that were coming home with their children. So they were learning English in that format themselves, but they were also getting a bird's eye view, if you like, of what their children were doing in the classroom and why they were bringing back these cards and the kinds of books that they were bringing home.
It's just a sound, just...
You want to read the story?
Have a look. Okay. My spelling was very good when I am coming here, but I can see now he's improving. And the confidence I get how to speak. Before I couldn't speak. Even if I know I was shy, but now I get the confidence.
5, 10, 15, 20.
It's actually my numeracy coordinator who runs the session.
And I might ask you why you think that's 25.
It's in the medium.
That's right, it's in the middle.
Yeah,
excellent. Pairs of numbers that add to 10. So now a pair is two numbers that makes 10. So, thank you. 5 and 5. It's to help parents to understand what we teach and how we teach it, the methods behind it, how they can help their children at home to achieve the best and do well in school. Don't forget, you can add numbers in any order. Okay, 9.
So she understands the different levels the children are taught at, and she was able to explain to the parents what the expectations in different year groups would be.
Children should be able to know those. And the earlier you know them, the better.
After reception, this. After
Yes, this one here, in year 1.
Yeah.
I know by heart all pairs of numbers with a total of 10. So in year 1, we expect every child to be able to do those. And we hope and expect that parents are going to help their children to learn their targets and to be able to use them and fulfil them. In reception and year 1, if I pass you the bag up, you can have a look at some. Number fans are used for children to work out answers. So if you were asking them to do this and they show you a whole bunch of numbers, you think that child doesn't understand.
Our thinking originally was that with modern maths, a lot of the parents didn't understand it, didn't understand why children didn't write things down, certainly didn't understand why they didn't do the vertical calculations, that most things were done horizontally, didn't understand why most things were done verbally. So we thought we would tackle that. And she would show them things like how we use number lines and how we use 100 squares to do a lot of calculations these days. And she would show them the sort of thinking behind why they write lots of things horizontally now rather than vertically, and also to encourage them not to show them the way that they were shown when they were at school, because it actually doesn't help the children.
Their name, their country, and how many children they've got.
It is very much based on communication and speaking, rather than taking it from, yes, we need to learn how to speak, but we're also going to simultaneously, like you would do with children, learn to write as well.
Good. Where are you from? Well done. How many children do you have? Well done. I have 2 children. Well done. Keep practicing. You're doing very well. And how long have you lived in this country?
6 years.
My child name is... How old are you? I'm 33 years old.
How old are you?
The person who runs it is not a teacher, but one of the Haringey adult learning workers.
Well done. I want you, Gulsum, can you show me on the map where Turkey is?
Turkey is here.
Okay.
England living is here.
Good.
Yeah.
I live Istanbul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Istanbul is okay. Istanbul is up here, yes. What language do they speak in your country?
Too much is Turkish and Kurdish.
Okay. What do you speak? What language?
Polish.
Polish. Polish?
This neighbor, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
What's
neighbor.
it, neighbour?
Yeah.
What's it near to?
Yeah.
Neighbour?
Yeah.
Yes.
Germany.
Country that's near. Good. Well done, Gulsum. Your country is called Poland, and your language is
Polish.
well done. Polish.
The parents are encouraged to bring the kinds of things that they might be having problems with outside in the outside world, about how you fill in forms, what you do when you go to the post office, what would happen if you had to contact the police, how you get your income support, how you fill in free school dinner forms, all those kinds of things are dealt with.
Do you want to just sit down for now and then we'll join in? Okay, so now we're going to go through the emotional changes that happen through puberty for children.
Juna, I reckon he's in love.
National Health Service offer Speakeasy for Parents sessions to schools if they wish to take them up. And I asked a few members of the Parent Council, did they think that this might be appropriate for us to do? And they said yes. They thought lots of parents found talking about sex education and relationships quite difficult.
And instead of that, they've got a broken heart.
And it all happens so fast.
So destructive.
So fast. And would you like to add to yours?
My one's got anti-stomach now.
Any eating disorders going on with this young person?
And he's got sweaty palms. He's having wet dreams, that's why.
You should have a sheet now with body parts on them. So you've got female genitalia parts. So on the sheet opposite, if you could just write some of the names, just slang names or names that your children might use when they're talking to you or their friends, or that maybe you used when you were younger.
That's in your language.
Yeah, translated it means little birdie. Don't know why they would want to call it that. Doesn't tweet.
Do you understand the question?
You've got more names for it than that, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're hoping to become more confident in teaching our children about sexual education, body changes and things like that, puberty. And that's basically what's behind all of this. Because so many different cultures and they've all got different ways of teaching their children, and if we can learn off of each other and also from what she's teaching us as well, then hopefully we'll be able to do it without scaring the kids off. Which is what happened to a lot of us, we all got scared. But yeah, that's basically it, and have a laugh, I suppose.
So if we could now look in your 4 boys leaflet, you'll find the diagram, and if you could try and fill it out on this sheet here.
They're doing all sorts of things about sex education and relationships, but they're also relating it back to the kind of personal, social and health education that we do in school, and they will be looking at the documentation that we use in school as well.
But exactly how does welcoming and involving parents in this way benefit the school?
One of the biggest knock-on effects it has for a school is that we have very, very few hostile parents. I would say that's the key. If there is a problem, and I can think of one that there was this morning, that in other schools might have turned into quite a difficult situation, the parent came in immediately to talk to me. And although she was very upset about what had happened, she came in to talk to me and she assumed that it would be resolved. And then she came back and thanked me later in the day. And I do think that that's the biggest knock-on effect it has. That if you open your doors, you are welcoming to parents, you invite them in, you engage with what they want. When things don't go the way they should, and that's going to happen in all schools at some point with some parents and children, they are much more likely to engage with you in a positive fashion and resolve the issue rather than come in shouting and screaming at you. And also, even the parents who don't come in, and there's a large amount of parents who can't for various reasons or don't want to for various reasons, what they hear from the parents who do is that the place is positive and they will listen to you, and you can go in and sort out your problems with the staff without causing a scene or making things difficult.